Joe in real life. Okay, I'm insanely sore today. Insanely. My legs are terrible from 2 days ago, and my upper body is sore from working out my warm-ups yesterday. I'm still gonna do some pressing, but I think I'm gonna do it later today. Today I thought it'd be fun to show you the Magic 10, part of my warm-up, and work through some of Zach Tellender's snatch tips. I rewatched that video again this morning, and yeah, man, I'm getting excited about the snatch. I like the snatch. I like that it's total body and a mobility challenge and a squat. So I get to check that squat every day box, but also do something that's a little more holistic. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. I may or may not film my pressing this evening. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure out my schedule, which is definitely awkward. But I gotta say, I have today off and tomorrow off. I'm loving the free time. The Burpee War. When I started this channel, like almost 2 years ago, it was really about the Burpee War. Like, I was gonna squat every day, but I also wanted to use it as sort of a quote marketing tool for the Burpee War, and I completely let that go almost immediately. But the Burpee War starts on the Ides of March 15th. Day 1 we do 1 burpee, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. We go all the way to 100 days, and there are more rules than that. But if you're interested in the Burpee War, leave a comment. I'll link you to the Facebook group, and we can do this thing, man. Like, it's super fun. Every year I have a few dozen folks that get involved. And yeah, it's a good time. But I think that's it. I haven't done an intro in a while. Hey, how's it going? You good? I'm good. I'm okay. Still a little anxious. Still a little out of sorts, but I'm good. All right. So coming up, Magic 10. Stay tuned. Okay, so first things first, I have to repeat this, do not use this video to learn the Magic 10. Not that it wouldn't work, not that you couldn't do it, but there are way better videos by qualified teachers in the Jivamukti system. Shannon, one of the founders of the system, has a video herself, and it's super great, and it takes 10 minutes. I think I do it in about 7, because I'm not doing an instruction. So I just move through the postures, and yeah, it's like a 8-minute workout. Full mobility, really great. Here I am in one of the standards, down dog. 10 breaths. Almost every posture is 10 breaths. I find it enormously helpful for my weightlifting, and especially good for getting ready to do some snatching, which you'll see next. So what else? I'm super sore today, really struggling here just to be moving, as you can undoubtedly tell. And this is a little blow to my pride, just showing you this, because well, as many of you know, I was a yoga teacher for several years, almost 10 years, and I used to be really, really bendy. And I'm bendier than I even am here, typically. But even at my most bendy today, I do not have the mobility, I do not have the access that I've had historically. And like, you're probably watching this thinking, dude, you're super bendy, who gives a shit? I know, but it sucks, right? I mean, isn't that a shitty feeling to know that you used to be able to do something and now you can't even come close? Like, this is Malasana, low squat position, and like, I'm really low. I have a really good low squat, but even that looks like shit compared to what I used to be able to do. I used to be able to fold forward and wrap my arms around my legs from the inside and around my body and lock those hands behind me. So that's a massive amount of loss. And like, does it matter? No. Do I take it personally? You bet. you know? It's rough. But I highly recommend the Jivamukti Magic 10. It's extremely inexpensive as far as time and physical demands, and it does an excellent job of getting you moving and getting your joints through the full range of motion and just getting you ready for what I find, because like you don't want to stretch radically before weightlifting, but something like this, very manageable and very scalable, you know? And that's just so valuable. That's just so valuable. Like, it's also the sort of thing, like, you could do this twice a day. You could do it 5 times a day. And like, I like to do it first thing in the morning. Just takes a few minutes. Just gets my creaky old body, you know, ready to be human. Reverse tabletop, suspiciously difficult. All you have to do to scale this is lower your sit bones, lower your ass, you know? You'll feel that in the biceps and the shoulders, and really, really great movement. And then from here, we jump into a handstand. I don't want to talk you through it because I don't want to bait you into using this video to do the Magic 10. I would much rather you give views to somebody that actually takes this work seriously, you know? And I have certainly been lazy. Oh, and we do a relatively long hold in a supported handstand, which, I mean, if you're thinking caps on, you can obviously, like, that's incredibly good warming up for something like the snatch, you know? Just gets the shoulder girdle ready, just gets you, like, if you have a hot spot that you're maybe not fully aware of, do a long handstand hold against the wall, man. Like, you'll become aware. And even here, I gotta get that bow out of my back. My hands, I used to have an unsupported handstand for 10 breaths, you know? And now, no dice. So what else about this? This is also really good for the shoulders right here. I had a bunch of thoughts, and I've kind of lost them now. After this, I went into my power snatch and my muscle snatch, and I did like 1 trillion reps of all of them, mostly just with the bar. I was doing a little work, and I don't remember if I put it on this video or not, where I'm trying to get the actual squat movement in the snatch. So moving from a power snatch to a real snatch, I just feel really backwards and really crazy trying to do that. So I tried to get some practice in today, just with the bar. And a little embarrassed here, but the bar's too heavy. Like, like I need a lady bar or even a kid's bar. I do have a broom handle, but it's just, that's way too light. Like, and I don't believe in the, you know, maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I'm wrong about this. I don't believe in the utility of that. I feel like you need some resistance in order to properly cue the nervous system. And like my nervous, I just don't get anything from that other than moving through the motion, which, you know, motor patterns, I mean, that's not useless, but I need some resistance. 20 kgs too heavy. What are you gonna do, right? That's like, it's the only bar I have. So that's where we are. After this, I'm gonna eat some food, and then I have to fix my bike again. My back tire blew out. I bought a new bike, and it's hugely defective, and I'm just so goddamn frustrated. So I'm gonna Uber down there and really be a dick about it, you know? And I don't enjoy doing that. I don't enjoy acting this way. But nothing for it, right? So yeah, there we are. I did it in 7 minutes. I was going a little fast, I think, because of the camera. It's usually probably 8 or 9 minutes. 10 breaths holds, figure that's a full minute or a little longer, each posture. We're moving into the snatch now. and I had watched Zach Tellender's video, and I was thinking about this movement pretty seriously while I was doing it. You're gonna see here, I do a little, so I get a snatch grip, and then I do a forward fold to kind of test my feet to make sure they're in the right position, which if I'm remembering right, they never are. They never are. It's just not organic for me, you know, but I wonder if the snatch is organic for anybody. I don't know. But I like to just let that bar pull me. And I'm hitting the floor relatively easy here. I'm doing that kind of goofy grip with the wrist and trying to keep the elbows high until the point where I can't. And then just giving it a little catch at the top. As I'm watching this video, it doesn't look like the bar is too heavy. Looks like it's moving pretty easily, but I just get little weird stress responses, mostly in the wrist, a little bit in the elbow and the neck, where, you know, it's not bad. I'm not alarmed by it because it's an awkward movement, obviously. But it just feels like, if this was 33 pounds instead of 44, I could get this pattern a little better, a little cleaner. Oh, and I jumped to 55 here instead of 60. I did a lot of reps, and I only filmed some of them. This was a day where I was camera shy. I don't like doing yoga on video, and I really don't like showing this on video either, because it's just, you know, we all have YouTube. And I watch cats like snatch 200 kg. And here I am with what, 25 kg? It's pretty rude, guys, you know? And yeah, that's my awkward little duck butt. Now, it felt awkward and uncoordinated today, but I am crazy sore. I've said that a million times. I'm gonna keep saying it. Like my hamstrings, my hips, my quads are just destroyed. So weirdly, that little stutter hop, I feel less self-conscious about that just because there's a rational reason for it. But like the gangliness of my arms, the inability to coordinate them through the movement, yeah, I feel really special doing this, you know? Not to disparage the mentally handicapped. I meant it in a literal sense. Like that bar is way too far away from my body. I have a really hard time keeping it close. That one actually looked okay. But what a fun lift. And I got hats off to my friend at 6 of 6. And my buddy James on here for it. They've been pushing me to get involved with these lifts for a while. The clean and jerk, I'm less interested in. I feel like, I don't know, there's nothing wrong with those lifts. I struggle to understand why I do it. But the snatch, which is far less practical than the clean and jerk, like far less. Weirdly, what entices me about it is that it is so impractical. And because the demands are so diverse across so many aspects of the body, it really, really feels like a good total body primer. Like, I don't know if there's anything more efficient in terms of warm-up than just like, say, 2 reps, 10 sets every minute on the minute, or something you can snatch easily. Just like get your body going, you know? Like, and that's 10 minutes. And then you're ready for almost anything you want to do. What else? The burpee war. Let's talk about that. So it starts in a couple days, Friday, I think. There's a week-long grace period. If you want to get involved, like I said in the first part, comment below, man, and I'll patch you over to the group. And if you don't want to get involved, no hard feelings. It's a miserable 100 days, you know? And what really ends up getting tested is your resilience, your mental resilience. Physically, 100 burpees, yeah, it's not fun. But if you're in reasonable shape, you could probably do that right now. It's not the 100 burpees, you know? It's day 66, 66 burpees, 67, 68, 69, no days off. Like, such a bummer, such a turd, you know? I've cried about it. This is the 14th year, and I'll tell you without shame, there have been days where I come down to my garage and I sit on the floor and I think about how I have to do 72 burpees, and I just the bittersweet tears of total self-pity. I think that's 95 I'm popping up. It felt awful. But anyway, hey, this is Joe in real life. I love you guys. Be good to each other today. I'm gonna strive hard to do the same. I'm gonna go to the bike store and get a new bike tire, and I'm gonna try real hard not to abuse the poor guy that works the counter. And I'll talk to you tomorrow, man. Have a good one.